Alrighty, we should be live here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and wait for everyone else to get on in. And so while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and post all of my links. Hi guys, my name is ArtCrumbs. If you're new to the channel, I am just recently getting back to streaming. I make manga, and I figured today it would be really fun to talk about something that I deal with a lot, which is like self-promotion and teaching other creators how to promote themselves and their work. So give me just a few minutes. We'll let everybody come on in. And I've got like a few links I gotta post to like Twitter and Discord, and y'all know how that is. Everything's ready to go. I just have to go to all the different servers and go post everything. Oh my goodness. Let's see, I have one there, I have one here, and then my notes. So I actually got asked, I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I work for Global Comics, which is a comic hosting platform. Let's see, and one of the things that I do is I sort of like help people in the community kind of learn. Let me move this window over really quick because I have some notes here, so my apologies. I totally forgot that I have my navigator open, and so my navigator blocks my notes. Forgot about that. Just the way that I have everything set up. Okay, cool. Alright, now I can see the chat, now I can see everything. So, one of the things that I think is really interesting is creator behavior in regards to like actually promoting themselves. One of the things that I've noticed is a lot of people don't know how to, whoopsie, come on, there we go. A lot of creators don't know how to promote themselves, and like that's perfectly okay. Like this is something that you have to learn over time. It's not a skill that like you're born with, obviously, and it's one of those things that you'll learn and how to do, and you'll grow. So I guess I don't know if I want to wait just a little bit longer. So I have a whole list here of some different ideas on different ways you can promote yourself. Like the biggest there's two big misconceptions. The biggest misconception that I've noticed is that one, you have to pay to promote yourself, which is utter nonsense. Like I have not had to pay a penny to promote myself. Now there's a caveat that I sort of like have to put out there. The caveat to this. I just wish promote yourself led to a conversation to how exactly that's exactly what inspired this. Is there's really not that conversation on how to promote yourself, because there's so many different ways to do it, and I don't mean just like what social media do you post to. Like that's only half of the answer. Like, and the answer also may depend on like what someone has available, what type of like content do they have. Like there's such a wide variety of ways to promote yourself. Like for example, like I'm just gonna go ahead and like list off a couple ideas. Like the best way that I promote myself, or the way that I find like gets me the most responses, is just sharing artwork. Like literally that's it. And I know that sounds like duh. Like of course I share my artwork, but it's how do you share the artwork? One of the, like I took, it sounds a little silly, but I took a YouTube course about, not necessarily like virality, but it was just about like how to promote yourself on YouTube. And one of the things that they said that was really, really cool was there's like, they had this like this list of things called like the traits of virality, and like one of the things on the list was, one, how shareable is it, and two, does it provide value? Like what value does it give? And they listed different types of value. Like education is one value that people may want out of something. Entertainment is another thing that people may want out of something. And everything provides value in some way. And if it's shareable and valuable, like ding, 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 you probably have a winner, right? So that makes perfect sense. So you just have to figure out a way to like make it shareable, and so make it funny, make it cute, make it adorable, or ask a question. Like I love sharing artwork on Twitter and Reddit, asking a question. That almost always, I can't say always, almost always gets me a lot of engagement. Whether it's asking for feedback, even if I'm like, hey, like, I don't want to say I don't want feedback, because I always want feedback. Feedback is something that I'm always looking for, so that's not really an issue with me. But like with my manga, for example, like one of the best ways that I get readership is by asking for feedback, and it's literally a win-win, because I get feedback, I get viewers. Sometimes I get new followers out of it. Like they're like, that's literally a win-win for me, and providing they like my content, like that's a win for the reader, for the, you know, the new reader too. And Reddit is such a really hard place to like promote to. Like, hi Cold Freak, welcome. Oh, and hi Chriselle, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. I'm trying to be really active in stream more, so I used to do it all the time. And then I stopped doing it when I moved, and then had some medical issues pop up, and then my cat had medical issues pop up, and she cost me like $4,000 last year. So I stopped streaming so I could take NDA work. Oh my gosh, it's just been crazy. So I'm trying definitely to get back into streaming. So at least I already have a monetized channel, right? Yeah, yay! Finally I'm streaming, right? So, oh hi, you must have been the ping that I heard. So, nice to meet you. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So I'm so glad that you guys are joining me. So yeah, thank you. I think it's a fun server. I definitely want to kind of focus on like helping all kinds of manga creators. Chris certainly had an interesting day today with some haters. I'm doing pretty good. I got off work a little bit earlier today, and I completely forgot personally that tomorrow is portfolio day, and so I have absolutely nothing ready for it. And I'm kind of in a weird, like, redoing process for Godsbane right now. I just did, like, a writing rewrite. Well, I can't say I did. I'm still working on it. So I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm in the middle of redoing at the present moment. And so I don't really have, like, I have a chapter 1. Oops, that's not supposed to be colored in. I do have a chapter 1. I do have a chapter 2. If you guys haven't read Godsbane yet, you can find links in my description. But yeah, I don't have any like finished work per se at the moment that I'm like, yeah, this is totally solid, you know, like and I'm working on this picture because I want it to be like a new cover or something. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I'm like a little dog, like you know Doug from Up. That's me. I get distracted super easily. That's why it's hard for me to stream sometimes, is I just get too excited about talking about stuff. But anyway, so like going back to promotion, like just sharing pictures and then asking questions, like of those people, like, hey guys, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And encouraging art shares, like sharing pictures, especially work in progress pictures, sharing time lapses. People love video content. People love things that they can engage with and like relate to or whatever. So create something that's not just, here's my artwork. Like just dump the artwork and like not ask any questions, not do anything. Like that's not really going to help you get engagement necessarily, because all it provides value is, oh, that's cool. That's literally the only value that it gives people, right? So creating fun, silly, quirky memes and silly pictures and just stuff that people can actually engage with you'll find will probably do a lot better. Things like work in progress shots and teasers, I always find do really well. And what I mean by that is stuff that like shows your process as far as like, here's a sketch, here's the line art, here's like the ink work, the toning, whatever. Like show the different steps along the way if you're comfortable with sharing your process. And those for me always do better. Because I do a lot of inking, and a lot of people know me for my inking, and so when I get to share those things, those tend to do a lot better. And that's on Twitter and on Reddit, especially Reddit. Reddit loves time lapses. Every single time I share time lapses and work in progress stuff, people love it. And what's really cool is in most subreddits, when you post 2 images, it allows you to add a link on the image itself. So basically, yeah, so when you go to post on Reddit, like you know, like here's your posting on Reddit, whatever, when you'll have like pictures sitting here at the top, and then it'll show you like 2 little things here, for like captions. You can actually put links in the captions here, and then when it's displaying on Reddit, like after you've made the post, it'll show that link at the very bottom of the image. And that's a really great way to be able to get links in on Reddit without it looking like there's a link on it. You know what I mean? You just gotta be careful, like, because if you are doing self-promo on Reddit, you have to double check and make sure that it's allowed on that subreddit in the first place. Another really good option is to post the image and then put in the title, like link below or link in a comment below. Another really great option, and this is helpful for any social media, it doesn't matter what social media it is, list your assets. And when I say assets, if you use Clip Studio, you know what I mean, but if you don't, let me explain. When you, all the tools that I use, for example, like, I have a buttload of brushes. I have way too many brushes. I have thousands and thousands of brushes, probably. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. So if you post the assets or the brushes or any images, whatever, if you use Clip Studio, like, list them, either in a reply below. That gets me really, really good engagement on Clip Studio. In fact, one of the top posts that I ever made on Reddit was a list of all these different types of articles for self-promo and marketing, and then assets that I use on Clip Studio. Like, that's one of my #1 Reddit posts. And I was able to say, like, hey, here's my manga, here's some assets that I use. I hope you guys really like it. And then I was able to just list all the assets below, and I got a lot of engagement on that post. So that's, another really great option. You can do the same thing on Twitter. Twitter hates links, so what I would recommend is that you have like a plain image, make a thread, have like your first tweet be just an image, and then below you can like list what the asset is, and then a link to it, and then just like in every tweet below it, maybe add like 2 or 3 tweets below it and just have like a bunch of different assets listed. That's a really great way to get engagement. Or if you only want to list maybe 1 or 2, like maybe your favorite pen, your favorite brush or whatever, just list the one asset in the link below. Like, there are literally Twitter accounts of just assets that people have shared. And again, guess what? That makes it shareable, one of the virality traits, right? And so even if something isn't like directly talking about your manga, like, or comic, that can be huge engagement. Whenever I've had a few tweets go like semi-viral, I've only had 2 tweets I think go over 1 million views. So I don't count that as viral. I count 1 million as semi-viral. But almost actually none of them, none of them have been me talking about Godsbane. But guess what? Every single time that has happened, I have gotten huge boosts on Godsbane. I forget the one that I posted about, like, don't make your manga really, really long at first, da-da-da-da. That one, let me see how many views that got me. And I think I hit an all-time daily record with that tweet. Let me just double check really quick before I open my mouth and make a fool of myself. Let's see, we want to go back. So we want just Godsbane, and we want 3 months. Yeah, so in one day, I had 1,700 page reads in just one day. And over the course of a couple days, let's see, 500, there's another 1,000, that's another, da-da-da. So between all of that, that's more than 3,000 reads. That's more than 3,000 reads in just 4 days. Because I made a post that was a meme and kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Some people didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny. Hey guys, thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. But yeah, so like, it was just a silly, goofy little tweet. And what was really cool is like the link to Godsbane was like all the way down. But that's actually not where the majority of my reads came from. The majority of my reads came from my Twitter bio. And cause see, what I also do is in my Twitter bio, I have what's called a UTM. Now see, I'm gonna say privileged in the fact that I only post to really one platform. I do have Manga Plus as like a mirror, but that's not my primary platform. I just post there because I post there. I guess you could say exposure is the only reason why I really post there, but I post on mostly Global Comics, mostly because I work there, but also to like, I also prefer the analytics there. Manga Plus doesn't give you jack. You get nothing on Manga Plus. Absolutely nothing of value as far as like analytics goes, unless you have like a bronze award, which I haven't obtained yet. So close. I've been so close so many times, but I've never actually gotten the bronze award. So I don't have access to that. So that's why I just stick with Global Comics, is I get all of the analytics data. I can see exactly how many page reads I've gotten in a certain period of time. I can also see exactly where my readership is coming from, and that's because I use UTMs I'm gonna write this out really quick. UTM, which stands for Urchin Traffic Monitor. It's basically just a fancy way to say it's a customized link. So you have like your regular link, right? And then you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 additional parts, which are called medium, source, campaign, and term. There's basically just like extra words that you can add on to the end of your links to customize it and make it trackable with something like Google Analytics. And Global Comics, by default, includes those things within your analytics, which is super cool. I love it. One of these days, I'm just going to have, like, a Global Comics sit down with everybody because it's fun. Like, I love talking about this kind of stuff. This is stuff that I get excited about. So what I do is I use those UTMs, and I have my Twitter bio as a UTM. I'm going to completely out myself by saying that I use a UTM as my Twitter bio link that goes directly to Godsbane's homepage. And so I know, since the day that I put it out, exactly how many people have clicked on my Twitter bio and exactly how many page reads I've gotten from that. The only caveat to that is some people will have like privacy blockers on, so I can't see that. And in that instance, they would be marked as null, which goes to direct/NA for the medium and source. So that's what I would recommend if you are wanting to get more serious about your promotions and start using those UTMs. I'm actually going to drop a link really quick for you guys to see, like, to just kind of explain what those are, because I realize now that maybe some of you guys don't know what UTMs are. Let me read about UTM links here. Alright, and I wrote that article, so, like, it's not like I'm just sending you to, like, some random place. I wrote that article. So that's what I would recommend if you guys don't know anything about UTMs. They're super easy to do. You don't have to, like, go sign up to any, like, weird, creepy website to make them. You can literally just make them on your own. Once you learn them well enough, you'll eventually, like, just get to the point where you're, like, you just know, oh, this is the formula I have to type out, and you can just type them out as you go. You don't have to have them, like, pre-exist anywhere, which is really nice. I do, because I like knowing, like, which link I put in what location. So I have, like, a special document that I track every single UTM that I've ever made. So that's really helpful for self-promo as well. There's a lot of really easy ways to learn about those. So that covers sort of, like, sharing artwork and time lapses, as well as, like, viral tweets are fun, and for those, it's just memes and stupid stuff. Like my most recent one was just about monochrome, like respect monochrome as its own thing, and, like, don't expect us to color, and that did really well. It's not my best performing tweet, but it also did really well. It got me a couple hundred reads that day on Global Comics, which was nice. The other thing that's really helpful, and this kind of goes along with the assets that I talked about earlier, is educational posts. One of the things that I do for Global Comics is, like, sorry, I stop drawing when I talk sometimes. I had to stop drawing so I could get those links. One of the things that's really helpful is to, along with sharing those assets, share your knowledge, share your education, share some of the things that you know that maybe other people don't know. And so one of the things I do for Global Comics, just as part of working there, is I write an article series called Creator Tips and Tricks, which the article that I actually just linked in the chat is one of those articles that I made. It's a series that I made all about self-promo and marketing. So actually, yeah, let me think about it. Let me actually share that link too, so you guys can see all of them. So here's all of the articles that I've made. Feel free to just, like, ignore it. It's perfectly fine, guys. Like, no pressure to check it out. I just want to give you guys those resources if you want to see them. But when it comes to, like, doing sharing your knowledge, like, threads on Twitter do amazing. And making, like, master posts on Reddit as well do really well. So, for example, I'm in the Clip Studio subreddit a lot. And the r/Clip Studio, and one of the things that do really well there is when I share things about line art, and when I just make a huge post for the sole purpose of sharing assets that I use in Clip Studio. It's literally just a list. It's just a list of assets. Another post I did really well, and I did this when I was doing my Manga Plus campaign back in early May. I just shared all the stuff that I thought that I learned, like going through making my first manga. as far as like a first series. I just shared my knowledge, stuff that I wish I had known before, just a genuine post, and that did really great too. I've also created like collections of all the different articles that I've made, and I've shared those in various manga and like art subreddits. Those usually do really well, and here's why that stuff is really helpful, is what that does is that shows the people around you that you have knowledge to share. It shows them that, hey, this person is valuable, I should follow this person, I should pay attention to this person. It gives you, this isn't the phrase I'm looking for, so forgive me, it gives you like a form of street cred within the communities that you're active in, but it also gives back to those communities at the same time. You're giving them value, even if it's for nothing. And what you can do to get something out of this, if you want to, you don't have to post a link to your manga, but you can. Usually what I'll do is at the top or at the bottom, like I'll maybe share like some artwork just to say like, hey, here's one of my panels, here's my artwork, here's some of the brushes that I use, and then like list the brushes that I use, because people can look at the artwork and go, wow, this is really cool, and then here's all the stuff. And then I'll be like, if you would like to read the manga that this artwork is from, and I usually put like links at the bottom of like Reddit posts. People like seeing that. They're like, oh, hey, that's really cool. Like, this artwork is nice. This person sounds like they know what they're talking about. Like, let me actually go check that out. And people do. So promoting yourself doesn't necessarily have to be about, hey, here's my manga, read it. Like, just drop a link and run. That doesn't necessarily have to be how you promote yourself. You can also have that sort of, like, indirect self-promotion. You know what I mean? Through sharing your knowledge. So it's a really good way to promote yourself. And also, like, ingratiate yourself within the communities that you're posting in, whether it be Tumblr or Facebook. It doesn't really matter what the social media platform is that you're using. When you promote in that way, you're establishing yourself as an expert of some capacity within the community. And also as someone that they can go to for help. They'll feel more comfortable around you. When you post in the future, they'll go, hey, I remember that person. They shared something that helped me. And then they'll want to engage with you again. So that's really helpful. I mean, it's probably a good thing that as soon as I shared links, my viewer count went down. It didn't come off as promoting. I just wanted to share the resource with you guys. So hopefully you guys are finding that article helpful. Articles, there's a lot of them, and in there is one that's like specifically about Reddit, so I don't mind, it's a good thing. They're probably just reading, so that's okay. That's a good reason to leave the stream, is go learn something. Go learn, they'll be back. They always come back. Just kidding, not always, usually, sometimes. So that's sort of like another thing to think about. I'm dead serious. If you leave my stream to go read one of my articles, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I encourage it, actually. Go learn something today. It's fantastic whenever that happens, so I can only be happy. And then, like, as I said before, asking for feedback is also really great. Now, asking for feedback is a little tricky. Because you have to get the people to give you feedback in the first place. When you're asking for feedback, you also want to be able to you want to be sure that you're giving feedback as well. Sometimes when you go in a place and you ask for feedback, no one responds to you. And if that happens, I think you should ask yourself, am I an active member of this community? If it's your first time in there, okay, that's understandable. But what I would do, whether you're in a Discord server or you're in a subreddit, like what I would recommend is to like go talk to some people, go give other people feedback, like actually participate within that server, within that subreddit, whatever it is, like go participate, like show people that you exist. Because here's the thing, like as Christelle said it earlier, like if you don't promote, if you don't speak, you might as well not exist, right? If you don't post links, if you don't make any posts at all, if you don't comment, if you don't reply, if you don't post anything, you don't exist. Like, you cannot expect people to just magically show up and discover you. That doesn't happen. It looks like it happens, because a lot of people appear to be short-term or like overnight successes. And it's the iceberg effect, right? So like what you don't see is all the work those people had to do beforehand to become that overnight success. And that's true in comics as well. It's true in music and actors and animation and comics, manga. Like it's true all across the board. You have to like put in the time, and eventually you'll get there. And part of that is you gotta promo yourself. Like you gotta put it. You gotta pay the dues, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I've seen quite a few people who don't promo themselves or promote themselves very rarely. And when I say promote themselves, I don't mean just post a link. I don't see them talking about anything, especially if they're like wanting to grow on a specific platform. It doesn't matter what the platform they're growing is, because I have friends on all platforms. So like when I say this, I'm not just talking about global comics. Like I have some friends that only post on Webtoons, or they only post on Tapas, and I'm okay with that. I don't care. I don't judge. Like I'm not offended because they don't post on my platform, but like they'll come and say, "Hey Kat, like I need help with promotion," and so like I'll sit down with them, and I'll be like, "Okay, so how often are you posting about it? How often do you do promo posts?" And they go, "Oh well, I share my artwork," and then they have no profile link. They don't have a pinned tweet that links to it to their comic or manga. And I'm like, "So how do people find you?" And they're like, "Oh well, I post things occasionally, like once a week." And I'm like, "Once a week? Once a week? That's like a bare minimum, my friend. You gotta be posting every day. Once a day. Post something." You know, and if you have multiple platforms, stuff like a link tree works really well. But here's the other thing, like Twitter, we all know that Twitter doesn't like links, right? Reddit doesn't like links, right? So you gotta be a little creative with the link posting. So with Twitter, this is something I'm still working on, so I'm not quite done with this yet, but what I did is I gathered all of my promotional data for 90 days, the months of April, May, and June. I gathered all of that Twitter data. I gathered how many impressions they got, how many engagements they got, which ones had links, which ones didn't have links. I gathered all that data. And I compared it to Global Comics, my Global Comics data, as far as like how many pages were read, how many people clicked the links, basically I just tracked my promotion for 90 days, and I'm going to be sharing that, oopsie, that's weird, yeah, that looks really weird. I'm going to be sharing that data in a Twitter thread later this month. Because I want people to learn how to, not learn how to, because I'm not like a Twitter god or anything, but like I want people to have like some other ideas on how they could promote. Because for me, the biggest thing that I see is people will post like a single post that has their link tree in it, and that's it. No artwork, no image, or they do that, or they'll do something else, which I also don't really like seeing. Is they'll post like an image or something, and it has like multiple logos in it, and then they have multiple links in one post. That's a really bad idea for two reasons. One, it has multiple links, and so it gives it the higher likelihood that Twitter is just going to mark it as spam and like shove it deep down in the algorithm pit of despair. And two, it makes it harder for platforms to share that link or to share that post. Why? It has two links in it. Like, there is no platform, just like as a basic marketing thing, it doesn't really matter, because I've asked my friends who work for other platforms. For example, like I have a friend who works for DeviantArt social media, and I asked her this question as well, because I wanted to confirm it wasn't just me. So like if you have a tweet that tags multiple companies, and it links to their website and their competitors' websites, they're not likely to share it. You know, so for example, like if you share something that has a link to both Tapas and Webtoon in it, like neither of them are likely to share it because it links to their competitor. They're not going to want to share it. So how do you solve that? You make a thread. You post a single image that has the link, shows all the logos and stuff, and says links below. And then you also add alt text, and then or text within the tweet that says links below. So like, they know where to go to find the links. You know what I mean? And some people will say, oh, well, if I put it down in replies, no one sees the replies. That is somewhat true. However, if the tweet, one of the things that I found was the tweets that didn't have a link in the post, but had a link in a reply to the post, did better. Those overall did better, got more views than just a post with a link by itself, or multiple links. So like, that's what I found, which I found kind of surprising. Like, you would think that, and those got more clicks. The posts that had like the threads that had the links hidden in the threads did way better than the ones that had the links in the first post at the top. But I had to make sure that the top post said something to make people go down and read. So that was really, really interesting. That was sort of like one of the biggest things that I found in that data. The downside to that is you can't schedule threads on Twitter, which really sucks. Because, I mean, I love posting threads. I love posting threads on Twitter. But you can't schedule those. You can only schedule single tweets, which means that you have to physically be there for that. So, what is a person to do? Do a combination. Do all of the things. Porque no los dos. Like, do everything. Like, don't like discriminate against something just because it doesn't feel convenient. Like, do that and then some, which is a lot. Like, I know that's a lot. And that's the other thing is about promo. We're gonna talk about now is I don't have time to promote. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So that is like the number one frustration that I have is people are like, I don't have time to promote. And it's like, son, I know I work on social media and my job is to be at home and to work, like to be on social media, but also, and I'm experienced in this, so I'm able to generate my stuff quicker. But if I can, I try not to be on my personal Twitter too much during the day. Just out of respect to my job. But if you schedule like just images or just work in progress shots or time lapses, like you can schedule single tweets. And you should schedule those tweets in advance. Like, Twitter has a scheduling tool, if you didn't know. So, schedule what you can, and then what you can't, like, make sure you post on those times where you have the availability to actually make those posts. So, for example, the weekends are a great time for that. And here's the other thing, write your posts in advance. Like, one of the things that I have is I have a document that allows me to write all of my Twitter posts in advance. So I know exactly what they say. All I have to do is click a button and it literally generates the tweet for me. And I can do this both on my phone, like the Twitter generation thing works on my phone for the app in this document that I've made. And it also works like on the computer. Well, I didn't make the document. I didn't make the original document. I copied the original document and then made it my own. But like that's that's something that anyone could make with a little bit of Excel know-how. And then we also at Global Comics we offer that document to everybody. Like it's in our articles. We offer that document. And guess what? It also works for Reddit. So like you can literally write all the copy that you want. You can tell it which subreddit you want it to go to. You can mark it as not safe for work, everything. And when you click a button, it takes you to that subreddit and writes the post and adds the link for you. And it makes the link a UTM by default. 99 times out of 10, if you fill everything out, it'll make the link a UTM so you can track it automatically. It's amazing. It's fantastic. So if you have like your Google Analytics, and if you don't have a Google account and you don't have Google Analytics, I strongly suggest you get into Google Analytics and you learn how to use that. It is a fantastic tool that is really, really helpful. Like to tell you how many people are actually accessing the websites that you're sending them to be able to read your stuff. It's incredibly helpful information. So, yeah. that was a lot of stuff. You guys are like, I'm gonna open the floor now, I guess, to everybody else, because I see we've got quite a few people in here. So if you guys would like to like ask questions or just give your thoughts, like please do. I'm gonna sit here and draw for a little bit, and see if we got questions in the gallery tonight. I gotta get Aros's hair done. Hair did. You. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna see if one of my favorite brushes actually works. The problem is my line art is so fine, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a good fit. I don't know why I did that. It's super weird. Brain. Making life harder than it has to be. Can't make life too easy. Get all that luscious hair that he has. Alright, so let's see if I need to set this to reference layer, and then erase along edge. Oh, I didn't fill the whole edge first. And I had the wrong layer selected. That would have, oh god, that would have sucked if I'd started erasing on my liner layer. Oh man, that would have not been fun. That would have been totally me, though. That is exactly something that I would do. And I'd find out like an hour later. Oh man. Or maybe right away. I don't know. I would hope that I would notice if I was losing line art. I would hope that I would notice. Dun, 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 dun. So I'll probably like redo this talk later, like at a later date, when I can actually like focus and have a presentation ready. I just kind of wanted to just focus on this because, you know, like portfolio day is tomorrow. So I'd like to have something that at least looks kind of finished. Or at least is like finished enough that it looks presentable. Either one will do, I suppose. Either way. Whatever works. Kind of just throwing stuff in. I'll make it look pretty later. Trying not to rotate my canvas too much, because people don't like that. They don't like it when I rotate my canvas. I mean, I get it. It makes people dizzy. I can understand. I can sympathize and understand, but if I have to rotate the canvas, I gotta rotate the canvas. Pew, pew, pew. I could totally use the select tool and have this done faster, but I wish to suffer for my art because I can. Just gonna throw this in, and then I'll use hatching. So basically what I'm doing here is you guys can kind of see like I have some like wispy stuff in here. What I'm doing is I'm just gonna fill this in, and then I'll use a mask later to like make it work. But I'll be erasing to throw some texture in there. So, and oh, what is that? Okay, that was on here. Okay. I'll be doing the same thing here. Putting some texture in, and then erasing with, erasing to put in some gradients. Pew, pew. I do want to test out, actually I'm going to purposely go over the lines, because I actually want to test out this brush. This, erasing brush. So, what it's supposed to do is it'll reference the liner layer that I have. You know, so I have my liner all on its own layer. And I have this fill brush. And what it should do is it should stay around the line. So we're gonna see what it does. So I'm actually gonna do that here too, because I kind of want to see it in action. I'm purposely going to go over the lines a little bit, just to see how accurate it is. Because I don't close off my lines very well, as you guys can clearly see. I don't do a good job closing off my lines. They're kind of messy. Chaos. It's like the Chaos Elmo. That is me with my line art. Oh yeah, his hands are gonna be shaded in too, I guess. Oh man, that's gonna be hard because I have it's gonna be hard because I have like literal black hands on literal black pants. Ugh, it's gonna suck. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna... Oh, I could probably just use like a white line art to like help separate them. It's gonna be a pain. Such a drag. I mean, I have to double my line art. Lame. That's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Alright, let's go in and see how much easier this brush is gonna make my life. Let's see. Erase along edge. Oh, I didn't do the hair. Oh my gosh, Cat. Oh my gosh, Cat, get it together. I want to be like, what's that name? The lady from The Incredibles? Is it Edna Mole? Where she's just like slapping that woman, like, can't pull yourself together. Like, that's me, trying to pull myself together. I'm nervous. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con this summer, in like a week and a half. And I'm gonna be on a panel there this year, and it's like I'm trying to figure. I'm like trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about like. Yeah, the no cape lady. Yeah, because she turns like Mr. Incredible talks about capes, and she's like, no capes. And it shows like a montage of all these people dying because they had capes. It's like, dang, that got dark. Alright, now we can test out the brush. Let's test the brush. Alright, so, yep, reference layer on my line art layer. And now I'm on the black fill layer. Let's test it. Let's see how accurate it gets. Let's start here. Ooh! That was perfect! Okay, that wasn't perfect. Okay, maybe like you can't go too far. Okay, yeah. If you go too far over, it'll erase it. But if you stay reasonably... Whoa. If you stay reasonable... Okay, so... Okay, yeah. So, it's not perfect. But it definitely... Oh, look at that. Boop. Boop. Oh! Yeah, okay. It's almost perfect. Okay. Okay, that's because I have two lines in there. I think that's what happened. Yeah, see, I've got 2 lines here. Okay. Whoa. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I might have to, like, occasionally fix something. That's a really small price to pay, personally. If I can, like, get my line art done a lot faster in general. Whoa, this is cool. Yeah, let's see how it handles something like this. That did a really good job. What? Wow, this is awesome. I like this brush. That's awesome. I'm gonna link this to you guys. Let me grab the asset for this. This is awesome. Let's see, that would be in image materials, illustration, no, image materials, special pens. And then it's like erase a long line. Here it is. I'll grab the link for you guys so that everyone can have it. You get a brush, and you get a brush, and you get brushes. We all get special brushes. And it's free. Apparently there's all kinds of like settings you can set. That's really cool. Oh wow, there is a whole bunch of settings. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So they're all in like the original page, which is really neat. Alright, so here's the asset. So this is the erase along edge tool. It's for Clip Studio users. I really like this brush. This is gonna make the line art so much easier. I wonder like what its tolerance is. Let's see. Erase on all layers. Do not cross lines of reference layer. Fill up to vector path. Oh, you can adjust the tolerance too. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at this. It's ah. Okay, that didn't quite work. Let's try. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's make it a little smaller, maybe. It tried. It tried. I mean, if that's all I have to do is, like, occasionally fix it every once in a while, I'm not gonna complain, to be honest. That's really cool. Boop. Okay, so yeah, it'll be like, you kind of have to, like, know, like, what size you need to make the brush to get, like, really clean edges. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Oof. Okay, so maybe this isn't like an all situation brush, but it looks like it would work for like most situations. That's really cool. It's good for like a super fast and quick and dirty cleanup, and then like you can go in and make it perfect. Oh, it's looking at all the lines. Oh, that is kind of sucky because I tend to have like all my line art all together. I mean, it's not gonna really, oof, I don't like that. It kind of jumps a little bit sometimes. Yeah, it kind of jumps a little bit. We'll just do some hatching here to show the... Which is pretty awesome. I like it though. I like it. Hey Manga, what's up? How you doing? Ah. Okay, well that's not working very well. Just have to go in, I guess, like manually clean this one. That's really weird that it wasn't letting me clean that spot. He was like, not today. That's funny. Boop. We're on commission? Nice. Get her done. Alright, so here's how I'm going to handle this part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a cool kid. A cool person. And I'm going to... Oops, you got to fix that spot first. Okay, now I'm a cool person. I like to think so, anyway. I'm gonna put a mask on. Not a COVID mask. A Clip Studio layer mask. Fill in some spots here really fast. Put the mask on. Oh, there's the mask. And I can still have this on. So now I'll go around, kind of clean this up a bit. Oh, it's not wanting to erase now. Oh, I had the had the wrong layer. Oh, cool! It even works for masks. That's awesome. That's super dope. Actually, let's do this first. Let's do it this way. All right. So I've got my mask on. I'm gonna grab a texture brush here because I like textures. Hatching. Hi, Cameron, what's up? How you doing? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Oh, that's not the brush I thought it was. Yeah. Good. Well, let's do this one. This would probably look really cool. I can get it to do what I want it to do. Me? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get it to do what I want it to do. Okay, so I'll get some texture in here. I'm gonna play around a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what I want this to do. I'm just gonna play with some texture, I guess. Alright, definitely by the time we get out here, we want this to be mostly gone. Not, well, we want it present enough so that, let me try the soot one instead. Oh, that definitely doesn't do what I thought I wanted it to do. I have a brush in here somewhere. Oh, this is what I was looking for, this one. Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, it feels like noise. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It creates a really cool gradient. I like it. Do 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 do. Ah! Why did it erase? What? What are you doing? That's so silly that it's taking it away every time. Oh, well, okay. Keep being weird, Clip Studio. Never change. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna erase all the stuff that I don't need. Oh yeah, I was gonna use the other texture brush. Forgot. This one's kind of neat. Oh, I want the uneven one. No, not that one, this one. Oh, not that one. What? Get some texture in there. What? That's the wrong angle. I see I don't see a way to change that. Oh, that's okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to zoom in and find it myself. Oh, that's a bummer. So what's everyone's week looking like? Anyone got anything excited? Anything they're excited for? Any good stuff going on? I'll be getting ready for San Diego this week. I have to go find some convention appropriate clothes because everything I have are sweatpants and tank tops. Can I try to draw? Well, that's always a good goal. I don't know what else besides game. Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. No judgment here. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Comfy sneakers? Yeah. Oh, I got plenty of those. I definitely got the good shoes. I'll be walking around most of the time. And I have these slip-on shoes that are perfect for walking in all day. So I've been to my fair share of conventions. It's just been a while. I used to actually go to conventions a decent amount before 2018. And then I stopped going. I just didn't have any conventions near me. Didn't really have any money to travel to any. So I've got 2 sets of good shoes, just in case, heaven forbid, something happens to one of them. I've got a bunch of comfy jeans, a bunch of comfy shorts that I don't know if I can wear the shorts yet. I still need to, I don't know if they're long enough. I think so. They go past the knee, so they should be fine. But I'm pretty pale. I'm I'm sure like a lot of con goers are. So I have 2 sets of pants, and I have some shorts that I can wear if those are all right. And then for shirts, I'm working on shirts and try to get some company shirts to wear. And then where's my nice pen? Oh, it's because I have that over there. That's why. And then I need to just see if there's anything else that I need for the panel and stuff. I'm not sure, like, do I have to bring my own hardware? Do I have to bring, like, a prepared file? Like, I'm not sure exactly what I need yet, so still waiting on some of that information. Miso, my cat, has a place to stay while I'll be gone, because I don't live anywhere near San Diego. Flight's good, place to stay is good, I got all that worked out. So on my list is to get a photo with me and the, like, you know, like when you have like San Diego like panels, you always have the like the the Comic-Con logo behind them. I'm gonna have to make sure I get me one of those photos so I can look legit. get a new Twitter profile picture. I just hate my face. I hate how I look. So, like, I don't know if I would ever actually use it. I probably should. I probably should make sure people know what I look like if I'm going to be, like, going to conventions with any, like, regular consistency. I just have, like, such a like, weird, like, bloated face at the moment. I've got like I have a lipoma under my chin, and so like it looks really weird. So I'm really self-conscious about it. Like, not gonna lie, not gonna lie, really self-conscious about it. Where's my up here erase edge? All right, let's see how this works on hair. Let's see. Oh, this is so cool. I like this brush. It's not perfect because of like sometimes you have to get the right size down for it. So that's a little bit of a pain. Yeah, let's see, like, it erased too much there. What does this at least 1 pixel do? Oh, I see what it does. Oh, that's neat. That's cool. I love this brush. Yo, this is an awesome brush. I can literally just like speed run this. Oh, okay. So if you start on the outside and move in, you have like a better chance of it like behaving and not going outside the line. Ah! Of it like not going outside the line. Oh, whoa. Ford. Okay, so this. Why you know? Oh. This is pretty nifty though. I like this brush. Anyway, but did you guys have any questions about like the promo talk? I know I kind of just like abruptly stopped talking, but I wanted to give anyone else like time to like ask any questions or anything. I'll definitely do like a more formal one later. This was just kind of like really chaotic after, like, I got a lot of questions about it today and yesterday and, you know, like other things. So I figured I would just do like a quick little like blurb and have something to talk about while I'm streaming. I don't even know how long. I might just keep streaming. I mean, I've seen like some people really don't like really long live streams. I like doing long live streams. I think it's fun. But I've seen like a lot of people be like, ugh, I'm not gonna watch that stream afterwards. It's too long. I like long live streams. I think they're fun. When I was streaming regularly, I used to stream for like 5-6 hours straight, like regularly. I would just basically like, that was when I was not working in Global Comics. I would basically just like get home and just stream the would have dinner and then just like stream the rest of the night. I kind of want to go back to that. I'm not gonna lie, because it was fun. I mean, this is good for getting like a quick clean, and then I can go in and like clean up any details later. So this is good for doing like a quick and dirty cleanup of flats. But my line art is so scraggly. My line art is just so scraggles. That's how you get the pencil. That's how you get the traditional look. Because what I used to do is I just used the same brush so I could get like these really fine erases for hair and stuff. But it just takes longer because you have to like go around the edges really tight. And when you use this brush, it basically, for the most part, does the same thing. I mean, it does leave some like weird spots. But I'd rather have to go in and just add a little bit of color rather than having to go in, erase, add, erase, add, erase, add. You know what I mean? So... Alright, it remembers what your setting was last, so that's cool. Oh. Look how fast I'm able to get through this. This is awesome. This is good. Alright, cool. Alright, this should be really easy to clean up. Wow, look how fast that was. Can't get over like how fast it is to clean this stuff up. Especially when you want to add just like little holes to things, you know, like hair. This is really cool. It'll look better like once I have it all, like, you know, once it's like all shaded in, so. Because I have it in gray just so that I can see my lines. Like where it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? This is really cool though. I am but a simple person, easily amused. Alright, that's gonna be filled in anyway, so I can leave that one. It doesn't have to be, hair doesn't have to be perfect anyway. If it's too perfect, it'll look off. That's why a little bit of imperfection is okay. It's the same thing with all the plants that I drew. Like if you look at some of these plants, like these lines aren't perfect. Like this isn't perfect here. That looks really weird. Or like in here, like the root here, Like, it's not perfect. Like, it's not perfectly closed off. It's not super clean, but it still works really well. So, that's really all what that matters, honestly. Is that you suggest things. And that's the biggest difference between drawing... I guess I wouldn't say it's a difference between drawing characters. But it's the thought process behind drawing characters and environments. A lot of people, when they're drawing characters, they're thinking about super accurate, super perfect. And that's not really all that helpful, to be completely honest. Because all it does, it just makes you stressed out. And then when you're stressed out drawing things like environments, backgrounds, like whatever, your lines get too stiff. So, like, this is going to sound really silly. Just stop caring. Just, like, stop caring and just draw the thing. You'll be fine. Don't stress it. Because when you stress, it makes your art all stiff and sad. Just go with it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Okay. Oh, I could probably make this larger and clean up this faster. Wow, that's so cool that it makes this cleanup so easy. Let's see. Gabby said, I'm not sure to ask this question, but what are the best places to sell your own manga or comic online? That depends on what type of market you're wanting to enter. So there's a couple different markets that exist out there. There's 5, I guess you could probably say there are 6. So let me actually list those off for you. That's actually a good point for me to take a break from drawing really fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question because it's a bit of a long answer. So there's a couple different markets. There's what's called digital direct to consumer. So that would be things like Amazon or Global Comics, which is where I work. You can set up PDF downloads and you can sell directly to people. You have the direct market, which is comic book stores or convention. I guess conventions are technically a different market, but it would be directly selling your book to people in person. There's mass markets, conventions, and then crowdfunding. So there's a wide variety of different markets that you can go in, and it kind of depends on which one you want to go. They all have different advantages and disadvantages that are going to help you choose which one is the right one for you. So if you're wanting to be mostly digital, something like Global Comics or Comixology, I don't really like Comixology. I never really wanted to do Comixology, or Amazon KDP would be another example. Those are all ways to sell directly via the digital market. And if you're looking at a direct market, that's pretty much comic book shops. So if you wanted to sell your book in a comic book shop, you could actually print it out, take a couple with you, and actually walk in, and I've done this, walk into a comic book store and say, hey, I would like to sell my book here, and they'll usually ask for, how much will you sell it to me for, how much profit can I make, how many books will you have. They'll usually ask for how well known are you, what you do, what's your audience size, that sort of stuff. They may have a bunch of questions for you. And then mass market would be things like Barnes and Noble, like large retailers are kind of all over the place. It's really similar to the direct market, but it's usually large corporate type of marketing versus small comic book shops. And then of course conventions are pretty self-explanatory. The benefit to that is you actually get to go out and network and meet other creators. You get to meet other people sort of all over the place. So as far as your audience size, you can literally meet people all over the place and sort of establish yourself in different regions, which can be really helpful when you keep doing conventions and you go back to those places. So the downside is obviously those get really expensive. It's really expensive to travel. And then you have things like crowdfunding, which is Zoop and Kickstarter, Indiegogo, whatever. There's no, I don't want to say there's no upfront cost, but there's nothing like traveling or like the whole point of crowdfunding is usually to like help with the printing costs, so you don't have a lot of like upward money unless you have to like hire an artist or make like have a whole team of people to make the book. The downside is you have a lot that goes into it. You have to know how to set up the Kickstarter, like what kind of reasonable goals do you want to have. You have to anticipate things like shipping and fulfillment, and it can get really marathon feeling. So that's kind of how you would decide like what type of market you wanna go into. So if you mean selling online as far as like just uploading it and having people download the book, like I would probably recommend Global Comics, with the caveat that one, I work there, so of course I'm going to recommend Global Comics. And then the stuff like Amazon KDP / Comixology would probably be another example. Other common things that people like to use are things like Gumroad, because you can also set something up there for people to download as well. Or you can also just have people directly pay you and you send them like a link to like a Dropbox or something, or set up your own online store. The downside with your own online store is you have to make sure that you're filling, like you actually have to make the website and set up the merchant services on a website, which can be a big pain in the butt. Believe me, I've tried. It's a pain in the butt. I just go with Global Comics personally. I'm not looking to do anything with like Amazon or KDP or whatever. So that would be my recommendation personally. What's really nice about Global Comics is at the moment we have just like traditional pages, like traditional page format PDF sales. We're working on incorporating vertical PDF sales as well. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like just yet, but that's something that we're talking about with all of the creators and getting feedback on, sort of seeing what that would look like. That way we can give vertical comic creators a way to also generate revenue that's not just reliant on like revenue, like ad revenue sources. Miso, you're making a mess. Miso's my cat. Hi, Miso. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Gabby. It's kind of a long answer. It was good to get a quick break in and stretch my hands while I was talking. So thank you for the question. Oh, let me before I stop, let me actually give you a link to an article written by one of my colleagues about the different markets, and it can give you some ideas. So let me add that link here. Miso, please stop. My cat's really noisy, sorry. Yeah, Adobe's pretty processor heavy. I mean, I guess most art software is pretty processor heavy if I think about it. Miso, why are you so into touching my face today? My cat Miso, she likes to sit up here while I'm on my desk while I'm drawing, and what she'll do is she'll lay on my elbow, which is one, really uncomfortable, and two, it makes it hard for me to move my arm while I'm drawing. And she will she'll stretch and she'll like keep touching my face. Silly cat. I need to get like a Miso cam for you guys so you guys can like see her crazy antics. Yeah, cat's gonna cat, exactly. Yup. Exactly. Cat's gonna cat. Well, and see, the other thing is how she gets up here. Like, she knows I do not like her walking up here when my wax warmer is on. Because now she walks a different way. Because the last time she tried to come up here when my wax warmer was on, she got hot wax all over my arm and my desk and my stuff because it got on her tail and her paw, and she freaked out and ran all over the desk. I still have cat prints in wax on my desk that I'm working on getting rid of. Yep. Yes, you, Miso. Yes, I'm looking at you. Cats don't care. Yeah, she's silly. Oh, I guess now that I'm done preaching, I can turn my I can turn the multi song playlist on, so that way it's not just the same ones. Because I purposely put on a playlist that was like easy to talk over. So let me add like the variety playlist more. Let me shuffle. No, that's okay. Feel free to keep asking questions. That's literally what I made the stream for, and that's literally what I do during the days. I help people, like learn how to promote their comics and stuff. That's literally what I'm here for. So if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them. I'm happy to help. My literal job title is I I can't say a literal job title, but part of what I do is community management, and part of that community management is helping comic creators learn. Even if you're not in global comics, I'm happy to help. Like, I don't care. Like, ask away. It's what I want these streams to be about. I want these streams to be a place that people can come and learn and ask questions, and we can grow together. So feel free. It's never a problem. Never a problem. I'm not on any sort of deadline or anything right now. So, like, right now it's, like, literally the perfect time if you're ever gonna ask me questions, so. I'm mostly just cleaning up, like, my fills at the moment, and then I'll be working on drawing leaves and stuff, and that might be a little monotonous and boring, so. I'll definitely want something to talk about. I mean, I like drawing leaves and stuff, but I know some people find watching that kind of boring. Pew pew. I need to get like a little icon of Miso up here. I have a little avatar thingy somewhere. I don't know what folder it was in, and I need to like make my overlay. I need to update it. I kind of just like put something together that would work for now. But it's really, it's a sad looking overlay. I'm not gonna lie, it's really sad looking. But I also was like, do I wanna add stuff or like make it all about like the art? Like, how do I wanna do my overlay? And I thought, well, let me just make it all about the art. And like, I've been watching other streamers now just to like see what they're doing, and I'm like, wow, my stuff looks so sad and boring. So I gotta figure out like how to make my overlay look better and not so boring. But I'm also like not gonna be changing. Don't kick my laptop. What was that for? Yeah? Yeah? What? You had dinner. You had treats even on top of dinner. What? What, Miso? What? You just want some pets? You just want some pets? Yeah. Such a silly cat. Yeah, you're chatty. Say hi to all your adoring fans. Yeah. What? I actually have an emoji for the channel that's Miso. I'll share it with you guys. Maybe. See, it's a little like Miso emoji. That's really cute. Miso. Miso. Yeah. She's a good girl. Are you a good girl, Miso? I need to like make new emojis. Like I'm not very good at making like really tiny pixel art, so. Miso, what? Yeah? Yeah? Some no one cat ASMR that nobody asked for? Are you leaving because I'm not paying attention to you? Don't turn your back to me. Yeah. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear her. It probably sounds really weird if there's no context. I'm one of those crazy people that actually like talks to my cat. I'm sorry. It might sound a little weird. Well, and she's a very attention-seeking cat, not in like a bad way. She's just a very engaged, attached cat. You know, like some cats are really like independent and like don't seek out affection, and she does. She definitely loves seeking out affection. And because I know that, you know, like with a lot of cats that's not like super common, I try to like reward her for that by giving her that affection. And that's, you know, like she and I are generally pretty close. Like when we like go to bed, she's always like under the covers with me. It's absolutely adorable. So we're very close. And that's because I always make time for her, so. So she's just used to like getting attention when she asks for it. It's basically what has happened. Oh, there she goes. Oh, you're gonna play with your banana? You playing with your banana? She has like one of those catnip bananas. It's her favorite toy. So she's like, I'm gonna go play with this banana because you're ignoring me. So I'm gonna go play with the banana instead. You do that, Miso. You do that. Alright, so I think that should be most of this cleaned up. Oh yeah, I was gonna clean this up. Well, it's like a banana plush almost. Is like the best way I can describe it. It's like a banana plush. And she just freaking destroys that thing. Like it's it's like she's mad at it. Like I called her mother a bad name. Damn girl. It's I think they call them kick toys. So she's just going to town on it, I guess. Teach that banana a lesson, Miso. Oh goodness, he's funny. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Am I the only one that adds sound effects when I'm drawing? Please tell me I'm not the only one who does that. That's why sometimes I just thought about that. Like sometimes when I'm drawing, you'll hear me go like "boop," and, like it's just me adding stupid sound effects when I draw. It makes it more entertaining for me, especially if I have to like sit and draw for like a really long time. I'll just sit here and just like make like stupid noises. I don't even want to see my face, because you know they say that that artists like make faces when they draw. I don't even want to know what my face looks like, because I already know I have resting B face, RBF. I already know I struggle with that, so I don't even want to know what my face looks like when I'm drawing. It probably looks really dorky. Okay, cool. I don't feel so bad then. Okay. Alright. I think we're almost good on the line art part here. Just going in and cleaning some stuff up, you guys. I guess I could just make this smaller. I guess it won't matter because it'll just be all filled with black anyway, so I guess it won't really matter. Oh, goodness. Oof. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys are watching this after the fact or currently and you have not, and you would like to see more content from me, please hit like and subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. If you're feeling extra bodacious, I would appreciate a share. Maybe. I would super duper appreciate it. Not mandatory, but always appreciated. If you're new to my channel and you're still watching for some amazing reason, you're super duper awesome if I haven't told you yet already, like the 3 other times. And if you don't know me, my name is ArtCrumbs. I am a manga artist, originally from Colorado, USA. Currently living in Tennessee. I stream in addition to being a community member of Global Comics. Well, a community managing member, community team member, whatever the phrase is for that. I work for Global Comics as a full-time staff member during the day, helping creators make their comics and, you know, succeed in their goals. And then in the evening, I like to work on my own manga called Godsbane, which I've been working on for about 14 years now, kind of off and on. And that's what I'm working on right now, is some work with my main character. Nice to meet you, and I hope you'll stick around. Do 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 do. Alright, I think I'm done with the black fills, other than his hand. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's clean this up. Alright, that helps the shape stand out a lot more now, because it was getting kind of lost. I'll definitely have to add in some, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Oh, I'll definitely have to add in some white liner to help, like, separate everything out, which is one of my favorite steps, personally. So now what I'll do is I'll get some, hatching tools. Well, not that one. I want the, like, the dotted one. Kind of scraggly looking. Make it look like a gradient. Alright, let's see. Oh, I missed the spot. Let me fill that back in. Alright, let's see how this looks when I turn the opacity all the way up. I think I missed the spot right here. And now what I might have to do is I might have to kind of like go in and play with some of this a little bit. Like right here, I might want to play with the opacity here. That way it looks a little from further away. Catch my drift? It'll be something we can play with. Whoops. Alright, it's not gonna look super hot. Let's see how it looks. The big thing we want to check is silhouettes. Actually, I'm gonna go back, turn all that off. So I want to see the silhouettes first. Don't like that. I might add a little bit of that here, even though technically it probably wouldn't go up that high. Just so that I can see it up here. Put this hard line in there that'll stand out. Need to clean this up a bit more because that looks a little too harsh, I think is the word I'm looking for. I don't like that. There we go. That looks cool. So that's the start. Now what I get to go in and do is start adding like some white lines to sort of help like separate out. Actually, now that I look at it, let me try something. I'm gonna add it on a different layer. I'm not super happy with the shape here. I don't like how it lines up exactly with this elbow crease. It creates sort of like a weird tangent. So let me throw in a shape here just to see how this looks. Because one of the things that's really important in black and white art is that you have a really strong silhouette. Especially since I'm not going to be having color in this one, I want to be sure that my values are like super strong and the silhouettes are really clear. See how that shape helped the wing a lot. The only thing I don't like is it follows that this vine here really closely. I'm not sure if I like that. Let me fill all this in up here. That'll help accentuate the shape here a bit more, and then I'll just bring this across. Even though that's not technically what it would look like, all I have to do is suggest that it's a wing rather than make it look exact. So let's just see how it looks. What I might do is I might raise this part of the wing up a bit, so that it looks a bit more like proper anatomy-wise. Hey, Beast, what's up? How you doing? I don't like that. I don't like it that high. I do think it needs to be a little bit higher, though. I can always add more vines, so I'm not super worried about that. I just want this to be a little bit more believable. Let me get rid of all that. And see what did I originally have? Oh yeah, that's really low. Well, what if we made this a bit steeper and then made it go over? Waiting for Quack? Yeah, Quack's in, what, about an hour and a half? Is Guy gonna be there tonight? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna be stopping here in a... Oh, that's right. It's fasting day. I'm not eating dinner today. Miso! No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Miso. Get down from there. Good girl. Good job, Miso. Thank you for listening. Good job, Miso. What's up, baby? What? Well, come here. You're gonna be so chatty. Let your adoring fans hear you. Of course, you're gonna get your feet all tangled in my microphone. There you go. Come here, Miso. Come here. What are you suddenly so upset about, Miso? What? What are you so upset about? What's going on, Miso? Well, I don't like, so I have a furnished apartment, and the couch that I have here is like a faux leather couch. You know, cats have claws, and so I don't like her walking on the top of the couch, because if she slips, she will catch herself with her claws on the faux leather couch. And a faux leather couch isn't hard to repair by itself. It's pretty easy to repair. Especially in like hidden areas. Did you just want attention, Miso? And she's pretty good about if I say no to her, to like not do something. She's pretty good about it. What is it, Miso? What is it? What? You were just very vocal there for a minute. Did you scratch up your neck again? What is on your neck? What did you do? That better be a scab. Yeah, you scratched up your neck again. Gotta be careful there, baby. Ooh, that's almost a tangent. How can I fix this? Let me go in, see exactly what's going on. Alright. So the way to do white line art is actually really, really easy. I'll show you guys in a second how I do it. It kind of depends on like the section there's two different ways to do white line art. You can usually use, you can add them as outlines, or you can do them as drawing on top of something. So you can do either or. It kind of depends on the situation. So there's a couple different ways you can add white lines to things. Get it, Miso, get it. Okay. So I'm going to show you one of the ways. So what I'll do here is I'll duplicate my line art, maybe. Alright, I'll set it on top of everything else. And then, oh, I forgot about the hair. Oh, I forgot about that. That's okay. So what I'll do now is I'm going to select all of the white parts. So, like with my hair here, it's white. It was a specialty brush that I went and drew on top of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Select, Color Gamut. I have the line art layer selected. I'll select the white within that layer. See, it selects all of that. I'm going to delete it. Maybe, oh, I didn't tell it to, hang on, I got it. There we go. Right now I'm going to tell it delete. I'm going to check. It looks pretty good to me. Pretty clear, got all that white out of there. Looks awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to set this to white. Oopsie, maybe. You can see how it did all that good stuff. So now I'm just going to select the parts that I want to keep and do that. So this feather wing stuff, I'm going to have to sort of like, thank you. Yeah, definitely is. It's getting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the parts that I want to keep. So I'm basically only going to select the area here on the hair. And I'll go in and I'll be able to like erase what I don't want either. So I'm going to keep this one. I'll end that here. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep this. Basically, I'm only selecting things that I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna keep all of this. Keep all of this. Alright, and I want to keep all of this. I'm going to keep this in here. Alright, so that's the only stuff that I'm going to keep that has like a white line art. Let me double check. Oh, I want to keep this too. Alright, so instead of deleting, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a mask. Mask. In this way, I keep the original line art intact in case I want to change anything. If what I will usually do after this, though, is I make a copy of it, and then I turn this layer off because I want to keep the original so that I know what my original selection was. I click on the mask, and then there's a little button over here that says Apply Mask to Layer, and I do that. And then what that does is that basically clips your layer to whatever your mask was. So now, because say something like this, I want to be able to move that. I could technically keep the mask on and move it, but I want to be able to move it on its own. So now I can move this freely and it won't mess with anything else. So I definitely grabbed the wrong part. I wanted to grab this part. So because I changed a lot of this, I'm going to have to kind of slowly move some. Of course, it's going to autosave after I do that. Grab this. Move that up. Alright, and I'm okay with that. I'll just draw on the rest myself. It's not hard to draw feathers. Alright, and see this here, oh, looks like I forgot some things. I forgot to select the whole part of the wing down here. So what I'll do is I'll come back in and I'll select, let's see, what didn't I have? Alright, now we have that. Easy peasy. I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, that would be on this one. I'll just draw this in manually myself. Sometimes it's just easier to draw with white. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, I love drawing with white. It's just easier sometimes rather than like trying to like make your line art like work with drawing and shading all around other things. There you go. It's a little too much though, so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna hide some of it, so I'm gonna create another mask. That's why I apply the mask, so that I can make another one to hide stuff. So I'm going with my hatching tool. I'm gonna grab this one because I really like this one. I'm gonna hide some of it. If I want to go in later and like add some of it back, I can. Oops. It's a really like nice, like non-destructive way. So, and then sometimes I'll have to like, I'll make a, oopsie, I don't know why I did that. I can go back in and like manually add in some things. Just so I can control the thickness a bit better. Maybe. Work smarter, not harder. And what I'm doing is the reason why I'm turning the layers off is so I can see which one's which. And when I'm done, I can like apply the masks and then merge them. That way I'll have one layer for all the whites. And not 50 million of them. I'm like infamous for having too many line art layers. Alright, so these two I can merge now, so I'm just gonna boop, merge those, set it to monochrome. And then I can come back in and then add in some here. Make this line a little bit thicker, coming into the arm. And add some line art. You don't want to like add too much though, because it could take away. So I think I've got too much in here. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna add in a little bit more. Ooh. I'm actually just gonna redraw this a little bit, guys. Just gonna be honest. I don't like it. I'm gonna redraw some of it. Because I realized some of my feathers were the wrong direction. I realized they were the wrong direction. So wait, why did I draw with black? I could have just erased. That would have made my life easier. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. I don't know why I did that. I'm just gonna redraw some of this, guys. I don't like it. Sometimes you just gotta do that too. What are you gonna be working on today, Brent? Oh no, you're okay, Mango. No worries. No worries. Just realized that elbow should be going in a little bit. As you guys can tell, my line art is just pure chaos. There is no organization to it whatsoever, really. Oh, I've got some white line art that I don't want in here, so I can erase that. The only downside to doing it this way is you have to kind of come in and then erase the stuff that you don't want. And it's a little bit of a hassle, I'm not gonna lie. The nice part about it is sometimes it creates a really nice gray line, even though it's technically all white. You can mess with your silhouettes though if you're not careful. So only like have the white liner where it's like absolutely necessary. Otherwise it just makes your stuff look weird. Like his face up here. The other way to, sorry that clicking sounds my eraser, it's stuck right now, so it's making some weird noises. I gotta take it apart and clean it. So what I'll usually end up doing is coming in and then erasing some of the stuff that I don't want, or drawing new white line art that like just fits better with how the drawing ended up, and then erasing some of this. I don't really need all of this, it's just not necessary to have it all. Simplification sometimes. Less is more, as they say. Sometimes I just go absolutely crazy with my line art and add way too much. I just get so excited about line art, you guys. I can't help it. The joys of line art with ArtCrumbs. We will suffer together. It's not very Bob Ross of me, is it? What is even on this layer? Absolutely nothing. That's acceptable. That's okay. Love it when I find layers that have absolutely nothing on them. I love it when that happens. Again, it's not a perfect method, but it works for me. Okay. Oh, we gotta fix the shoes. Fix this down here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna apply a tone to the log. I thought about it. Oopsie. Alright. See, that doesn't belong there. That, I think, is on the fill layer. Yep. What layer is that? What layer is that? The perpetual question. Yeah, that's what I thought. It shouldn't be there. There we go. Smooth that out a bit. I try not to zoom in too far either, because that never ends well. That should go on the line art layer. Smooth that out. I'm gonna stop right there. Yep. Alright, now we need to go in here, clean this up. My phone is going off. Hello. Yes. Yeah, actually, I'm getting ready to end a live stream, so I'll be able to be down there and pick it up. You want to meet me by the front office? Okay. Yeah, just let me know when. Huh? Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a package. It's just it's easier to send it to you guys, because if they send it here, they'll definitely bend it and try to make it here in the mailbox, and then they'll ruin it. So that'd be awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know that it got here. Awesome. Okay, yep. Just let me know when you're headed over, and then I'll meet you over by the front office, where where the leasing is. All right, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. All right, bye. My dad. Sorry guys, that was my dad. He got a package and he's gonna let me know when he's headed over here. So, cause it's got about 3 minutes left in the stream, and then it's time to give it a break so I can go have some dinner before I join Quack, which happens later. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get my streams connected so that when I go live with Quack, which is Quasar, I think it's Quasar Art Collective. It's like a group of like comic artists that like stream. Well, not just comic artists, but mostly comic artists that like stream together. And I'd like to see if I could get that stream to work with us, and it'd be like all of us, like it's all of us together. It's Guy and Brent. If you're still here, feel free to say hi. Guy and Brent are the main streamers, mostly Guy. But Brent like helped him put everything together, and he's also way more regular on the stream than I am. But I want to try to be more regular with the Quack group. And so if I can get my streaming set up properly, then I'll be able to stream, to my YouTube channel from there. So I can actually end up streaming twice a day, which would be really cool. And you get to meet everybody else that streams with me there. So, or everybody. Well, it's more like everyone that I stream with there, because I'm just a visitor. So, but I think it'd be a really good way to start streaming more often and holding myself more accountable to actually streaming. So. But yeah, I'm trying to be more consistent with my streaming, so I really want to start getting serious about it. You know, so. And thank you to all the real ones who have like continued to support me while I've been away. You guys are amazing. Alright, I'm gonna finish up here really quick, and then I gotta go eat dinner before the other stream. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I'm technically on a avoid carb day, because I do like keto and stuff. I've lost like 30 something pounds this year already with it. It's awesome. So I'm trying to decide what I want to eat today. Yeah, food, basically. I might have some meat and cheese. The problem is cheese can still have carbs in it. So I'll probably see what kind of cheese I have. I'm not sure what cheese I have. I think I have like some actual like pearl mozzarella, so we'll see. That sounds really good. Some pearls, some mozzarella, a little bit of like vinaigrette or something. Oh, it's so good. It's almost like caprese, but I can't have tomatoes. Because tomatoes are nightshades, and I'm intolerant to nightshades, fortunately. Coming up on 24 hours of my avoiding carbs. I do it for 36 to 48 hours every time I do it. I have to go until tomorrow night. It sucks. I mean, it's nice. It's nice because like whenever I do it, I always feel really, really good. Like by the end of it, it just kind of sucks because it's like I always miss my carbs really bad, but it's helping. And I don't avoid food and like completely. I just like avoid certain groups of foods, and it really helps. And I don't do it, and I only do it for like 48 hours every week. So I'm gonna try to see if maybe I could do like 2 48-hour periods and see if that helps. So like I'm not like avoiding food. I just avoid certain groups of foods. So it's really awesome. So okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna stop here. So that I can go get some food before I stream again. We didn't get like, Dustin, lurk. We got the main black fill-in, which is great. The only thing I have left to do for this primary ring, is finish some of the ivy up here in this corner. Let me actually circle it so you guys can see it. I can see it. Let me circle it so you guys can see it. The main area I have to finish is this area up here. I have to finish that. And then I have a little, oh, it's supposed to be in color. I have to finish this area up here. And then I have to, there's like some plants that I need to draw down here. Like on top of our rows, for some texture. I'm also gonna put some right here. And then after that, I can go in. Those are not dots, they are lines. And then once those are done, I get to do the back stuff, which is going to be hell. Look at all that blue. So I get to do all of that. That'll be fun. I'm not sure what color I want it all to be, like what color I want the lines to be. And then once all that's done, now let me hide some of these like layers and stuff. I'll have like this nice like background here, which will look really cool. Oh, let me solidify that. So it'll be some, let me zoom out a bit. It'll be something kind of like that. Something-ish. So. And then I have this whole section over here. Yeah, it gets really intricate, yeah. So I need to figure out like what I'm going to do with the back. That's why I'm going in and redrawing it, because like the brushes that I have, the liner is too thick. For like the custom brushes for the plants and stuff, the liner is just way too thick. And I tried drawing it on a vector so that I could control the thickness, but because there's a fill to them, it doesn't work. So I have to manually redraw it. All of it. All of it. It really sucks. So I have to go in and like all of these plants, you can see I've already started back here. I have to do all of it by hand. All of it. R.I.P. And this is probably most likely going to be a new cover. Because like I like the cover that I did before. If you guys haven't seen it, let me open it really quick. If you guys haven't seen my cover before, let's see, desktop, Godsbane. I do like the cover that I did, but the problem is it's in color, and I don't really like doing color. Like I can do color, but I don't really enjoy it that much. So like here's the cover that I did, and I like color, but I don't like making color stuff. It's really stressful for me, to be honest. So I really want to just have a nice black and white cover and just let my line art kind of like sell the thing, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm really, really, really good at is line art. I'm really good at doing nice, intricate stuff. So I kind of just want to let my line art speak for itself with something like this. And then I'll have a spot color. I will have one spot color if I feel like that would really help, and I'm pretty sure it will. So, yeah. Might as well go with what I want. But what's really cool about that is that it'll give me the option for some really cool variants. I'll be able to try all kinds of different colors for maybe like a blue variant or red variant. Like that's kind of where I'm going to be able to do for for variant covers when I start doing like Kickstarters and stuff, is I'll be able to use color as the variant for people who do want color. That'll be something that'll be really fun, I think. And that way I can have what I want. Readers can have a color version if they want it. You know, so why not? It'll make everybody happy. Or the color could be like a special edition or like a special limited color version. You know what I mean? Something like that. So yeah, that'll be really fun. And then I still have my logo. It's probably not going to be this color. I love red, black, and white though. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite color scheme. So I'll probably do something like that. And then what's really nice about the whole thing here, give a few. Yeah, exactly. That was literally going to be one of my selling points, is you can color it yourself. What I like about this though is the way that I have this set up. I have this set up so that I'm purposely drawing within the nodo area for like sort of a spine. Even though I'm not sure how thick the spine will need to be. I haven't decided my paper type yet, and exactly how many pages I'm going to have as far as interiors go, so I'm not entirely sure. But what's nice is I purposely have nothing in this area down here at the bottom, so that when I figure out what size my spine finally is, all I have to do is just push this over, and then just push this to the right if I have to. If I have to give it a little bit more space, boom, easy spine. Super easy spine. You know, now this will be a little bit harder, like figuring out how to put good text here for the spine. That will be a little bit harder, but I'm not super worried about it. Same thing with when I go to get it printed, I'm going to do a zine version as well for chapter 1. I'm going to have a nice little zine. It'll be super easy to just squish it down to the right size and print it out how I want it. It'll be super easy. So this way the spine is really, really flexible. Yeah, I think it'll be a good cover. You know, just really like just let that speak for itself. You know, I'm not sure exactly what the values will be when it's all said and done. But I'm really good with values in black and white, so I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I have so much going on already, you know what I mean? So, why make it harder than it has to be? So, alright, I'm gonna go take a break. I have an hour before Quack starts. Brent, if you're still here, I'm not sure if I'll be joining immediately. It'll depend on how soon my dad gets here with the package that I have being delivered. Let's see, he said it's from Wicked, so I'm not exactly sure which one that is. It might be. You know what? Now that I think about it, if it's Wicked, I would bet that that's Jack Irons. I bet that's my Jack Irons books. Yes! I'm pretty sure Cody said that he sent the books out. So I'm pretty sure that'll be Jack Irons. Let me send you guys a link to Jack Irons. It's so good. I absolutely love this comic. It's beautiful. It's really funny. It's basically like, it's an immortal cowboy, basically. And he fights against like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And the art is so stellar. And the guy who makes it, like the guy who organizes everything, he's the writer. He's so sweet. He's so nice. He goes out of his way to help people. And the PDFs are dirt cheap right now. Like, there's 3 of them. They're still waiting on number 4. But like it's really, really good. It's like, it's one of like it's an older comic on Global Comics, but it's one of my favorites. Right? He is. His name is Cody. Please, 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 please go read Jack Irons. It's super duper awesome. In fact, right now, it's all free to read. It's completely free to read right now. But he also has PDFs available for sale if you would like to support Jack. I think it would be super dope if you guys would go purchase his PDFs and support him. He's had a really like hard time lately with like having to like quit his job and get a new job, and he like takes care of animals and stuff. Like goes out of his way and fosters them and takes care of them, and like he's worked at like societies in the past to help animals and stuff. So he's a really, really good guy, and he works really hard to make sure he pays his artists, you know, like good money. So like he's really sweet. So please go support Cody and his team, please. I would love it forever. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave. I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then maybe, hopefully, probably, if I can get everything working, I might be back tonight. I'll have to see if I can figure out how it all works. I'm going to try to figure out Restream tonight, because I'll be on someone else's stream. I know how to use it for, like, me when, like, I'm behind the controls, but, like, I'm not sure, like, how to get it to work on when I'm just a guest. So, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to make it work. So yeah, nice to see you again, Dustin. I'm gonna be streaming more for sure. I think I just had to like break the ice with 1 or 2 streams, because I've been really, really, really embarrassed on like how long it took me to like start streaming again. I just got really embarrassed that I had been away for so long, and felt really bad about it. And then I felt like if I started streaming, everyone would be mad at me for being gone for so long, and so I kind of put it off for a couple months. And then I don't know what happened. I just finally just felt like, okay, like let's go do the thing. It'll be okay. So here I am. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being really supportive of me. You know, coming back. I'm sorry. You know, it took me so long, but I'll be coming back more regularly, and hopefully we'll get to see the stream grow. We've got 28 views on this one, which is more than we had yesterday. We had up to 6 people up here at one time, which is super awesome. Our concurrent views. So like our average view duration is up to 18 minutes on a 2-hour stream, which makes me really happy. You know, that's like an 1/8. You know, someone stayed here for, like, on average, people have stayed here for like an 1/8 of the stream length. It's a 2-hour stream. That's a long stream for a lot of people, so I'm not worried about it. So we'll see how much of a view time we got later. So I'll make a tweet about it. That way you guys can all see how I did. And then I'll also start posting at the end of my streams in the community tab, like, hey guys, here's what I worked on. So I'm gonna start being better about that too. And then I need to get rewards out to my YouTube members. I've been like, all my YouTube members are on Global Comics as well, so I've just been sending them the rewards over there. So that's why it looks like I've not been posting my community tab. All of my people are over there on Global Comics, so I've just been sending them the rewards that way. So I'm going to start posting them here on YouTube as well, just so that people can see that I'm posting them. So I'll see you guys next time, which will be tomorrow. I don't see any reason why I can't stream tomorrow. I know I'm getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con next week, but there's no reason why I can't stream, you know, every day this week. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. I appreciate it. And have a wonderful night. Ciao.